What's up, everybody? It's Ahmed with A. Roberson Photo, A. Roberson Media, and today I am coming to you asking for a little bit of help. Why? Because I'm in the middle of a battle. I'm dead center between two microphones, two cheap microphones. Not necessarily cheap in quality, but cheap in price with pretty good quality, if I must say so myself. Now, which microphones are we talking about? Number one, bam! This guy, the Pixel MC-650 shotgun microphone versus my trusty old faithful, bam, this guy, the Takstar SGC-598. I am fairly new to this, but I'm going to say right now, as far as good quality cheap microphones go, the Takstar is the reigning champion. But is the Pixel M650 or MC650 a worthy competitor? Let's go inside and find out. What's up, everybody? This is Ahmed with A. Roberson Photo, A. Roberson Media, and Penny, as usual, is in the background back there chilling while I'm doing my recording. You know, sometimes she gets a little antsy, wants to come play with me, but right now we just came from a long walk, so she's back there chilling. I figured let's get some recording going on. And what better to record than with microphones, shotgun microphones for videography, for vlogging, for filming, right? And my microphones, my competitors are, as I said before, the Takstar SGC-598, my reigning champion, versus the Pixel MC-650. This one, I have promised to give Pixel an honest review, so no influence by Pixel here. You know, we've been in talks, but only way I'm going to do this is if I'm honest. Honest to a fault. Let's see, is the Pixel going to knock my reigning champion Takstar out of the way and then I just go strictly to the Pixel, or is the Takstar going to hold the crown? Let's see. First off, let's just talk about what comes with the two microphones. With the Takstar, I did a review when I first started. Not the best review, but I did a review. It was decent, right? But there are a couple of similarities and differences between the two microphones. Price point wise, I believe I paid, I want to say $21, maybe up to $25 US for the Takstar SGC-598, which I'm actually using right now to speak on. And the Pixel MC-650 was $39.95, I believe. US, $39.95 US, both off Amazon, and I just received the Pixel a couple of days ago, so I wanted to get this review while it's fresh. The Takstar, they both come with carrying bags. Takstar's is like a velvet carrying pouch, which is pretty cool, a little dusty, but that don't matter. The Pixel comes with a nylon carrying pouch, but I mean, they serve the same purpose, right? They're just protecting the microphone in transport. Don't need that. But a couple of differences with the Pixel versus the Takstar. The Takstar comes with a baggie of extra shock absorbers, you know, for if you're outside in the wind or in motion and your microphone is moving. These shock absorbers absorb the shock so that you don't hear your microphone fluttering every time you hit a bump. And they work pretty good. Let me just hold up my rig. Please don't laugh at my microphone stand. But if you see how they wiggle and move. Well, let me see if I do that right. There you go. The shock absorbers move a little bit to basically absorb shock, whereas the Pixel uses a different type, but they serve the same function. They seem pretty sturdy, pretty steady, doesn't bounce around too much. I'm not going to beat the microphone around because you're obviously going to hear it, right? I mean, well, maybe I should. Let me just go ahead and do it right now. That's the Takstar I'm knocking around. I mean, I guess the shock absorber is doing his job, and I'll plug in the Pixel and do the same thing just to see if there's a major difference or not. But anyway, going on back to the packaging, another difference is the Pixel comes with a dead cat windscreen. That is a awful name for a product, but it is what it is, right? The Dead Cat windscreen. And I haven't tested it outside. I'm not going to test it outside right now for this purpose, but once you've seen the Dead Cat, you've seen them all. Bad joke for the day. I will say the Dead Cat, I mean, it seems to be pretty good material. It was extremely difficult for me to put this on the Pixel microphone. It was just the opening was really hard to attach, but I did get it on and it fits nicely. It looks like it should. I mean, just imagine that. Pretty much that's what it's going to look like with it on. I'm not going to fight with it right now and do this on video, because you'll be cursing the day I was born if I wasted your time with the struggles that it took for me to put this on. So don't toss that for now. Another difference with the Pixel microphone is it came with an additional microphone cord extension, 3.5 millimeter mic extension, whereas the Takstar did not. So I had to go ahead and purchase my own. I mean, it wasn't expensive, but still, it's just a principle. It's a good courtesy, professional courtesy, to supply what's needed for your microphone, because the cord that the Pixel actually comes with is only so long. And what I want to say, maybe 12 inches long, give or take, I would imagine. Oops, sorry, that's not enough. And with the Takstar, yeah, it's coiled versus straight like the Pixel, but I mean, even stretched out, it'll probably be roughly the same at 12 inches long too. So that's not enough, especially when your camera, your recording equipment is much further, or if you're holding it on a boom arm or something, it's going to be too far. So an additional mic plug-in cord, the 3.5 millimeter mic jack, is appreciated. Another subtle difference would be the batteries, batteries. The Takstar only uses a single AA battery, which at the time when I was trying to put it in the first time, it was a nightmare to get the battery door on. But either way, it works, it's on. And the battery indicator or power indicator is that green light there. I'm gonna turn the mic off for 1 hot second. Turn it back on, you see it flash red, then green. The indicator letting you know if the power is low is if the green light turns red, right? But according to the Takstar one-page instructions, just one page, battery life, let's see, it says playtime is up to 100 hours. Let's see if you can see that in there. Battery life, playtime is up to 100 hours. So that's pretty good. And to be completely honest, I've had this microphone maybe 2 or 3 months now, give or take, and I haven't changed the battery yet. So that's a pretty good thing. You know, that's a win right there for the Takstar. The Pixel, on the other hand, uses 2 batteries, and the battery door is much easier. You just drop it down and slide up, and that's that. You put 2 batteries in there, you're good to go. Another key difference is, for me, is the Takstar, as some of you may be familiar with, or if you've seen my other video, and you know the Takstar has a 10 decibel boost gain, whereas the Pixel has a -10 and a +10 and neutral, I guess, no 0 dB gain boost on the microphone, which is pretty cool. The Takstar, I found when you turn the 10 dB boost up, is really, really loud. So I'm gonna turn it up now. And turn it on now, and I'm trying to keep my voice at the same level to not blow your ears off, hopefully. But last time I tried this, the Takstar with the 10 dB gain was really loud, and also you pick up a lot of hissing, which I don't like, which is why I always keep the decibel boost off at 0, and also why I keep the high pass on, because, well, let me turn the 10 dB boost off. I keep the high pass on because the high pass filter blocks out high sounds like hissing that you would pick up from this microphone, especially if I had the 10 dB boost gain on. With the Pixel microphone, not only do you have the plus or minus 10 dB, You have plus or minus 10 dB, but you also only have low cut. So all it does is cut out low pass frequencies like wind noise, heavy vibrations or something like that, but it doesn't have a high pass filter. So I would imagine if the low cut isn't on, maybe it's defaulted to have the high pass filter on. So what I'm gonna do is, before we switch to the Pixel, let me turn the low pass filter on. Now the low pass filter is on, and I'm just talking here just so you can see if there's a difference that you can hear. Last time I checked, I preferred to have the high pass filter on. Maybe it might be different this time when I give it a shot, or when I post process and listen to it, you know. But as of right now, I'm leaving everything how I usually have it set, and that is with the 10 dB boost down and the low pass or high pass filter on. So now what I'm gonna do is, really quickly before I switch the microphone, the battery life on the Pixel, and in the Pixel instruction manual, it comes in multiple languages. I want to say, I think that's Chinese. I hope I'm not offending anyone. I think that's Chinese, and I believe it comes in German and French. Yep, it looks like it, but it's a fairly straightforward instruction manual, but it tells you what you need to know. And for this one, really quickly, just see what the battery life is on there. I think the battery life on this is, you know, you read this stuff over and over and over and try to get it right, and then when you start recording, you start fumbling. But what would a Roberson Media video be without fumbling? So let's see. Oh, I'm back. The battery life on the Pixel is over 100 hours just the same. And is that the same with the Takstar? Yep, they both say up to 100 hours. But considering that the Takstar only uses one battery and you get up to 100 hours, and the Pixel uses two batteries and you get up to 100 hours, that immediately lets me know that the Takstar is a more efficient microphone when it comes to power consumption. So that's another win for the Takstar. I haven't been keeping score yet, but I'm gonna keep score when I do my in post production. Gonna definitely keep score. So now what we're gonna do is we are about to switch to the Pixel microphone, and I'm gonna show you something with this Pixel also. So give me a second to switch the plug. Mic check, everybody. I'm here and I'm talking on the Pixel right now. I have everything set as neutral as I possibly can be. Default settings, the power's on. The decibel boost is at 0 default. And what I want you to notice really quickly is microphone indicator. It lets you know when you're talking in the microphone if you're getting an actual readout. So with that, you definitely want to check with your headphones just to make sure that the microphone is on and is reading. And I did a preliminary check before I started recording, but it's still a good indicator to let you know that your audio is being picked up. Also, there is a spike indicator. According to the instructions, if I talk loud, mic check, the red light should indicate if I'm spiking or if I'm going overboard. I believe if it's high, it's going to blink, but if I talk really loud, it's going to stay a constant red. So try not to blow your guys' ears out, but I'm going to give it a try. I don't even know if it works or not, or if I know how to do it, but check, mic check. I mean, I guess it stays red when I talk loud, but what we're going to do now, I'm going to turn the decibel boost up plus 10. And see if it's spiking now. Spike, check. I don't know, maybe it's reading. Hope I'm not blowing you guys' ear off with the 10 decibel boost. But if I am blowing your ears off, I apologize. And let me switch to minus 10. Now, minus 10, does that sound better? Are you picking me up? I haven't tested this yet, so I'm going to leave it as it is when I do my post-production. So that way I'm not swaying your opinion on how this microphone sounds, how it picks up. So if it's picking up good, please let me know in the comments. If it's not picking up good with the minus 10 dB, but also let me know if you hear any hissing sound. And right now it's not, the low cut is not on right now, so it should be in high pass mode, blocking out any hissing. Even with the plus dB, it's supposed to block out any hissing. I don't know, but let me put it back neutral, dead center, and I'm going to turn the low cut off, or low cut on rather. So any wind noise, maybe from my fan behind me or my air conditioner blowing, hopefully the low cut is blocking that. So anyway, based on what I've been trying here, can you tell a discernible difference between the Pixel MC-650 or versus the Takstar SGC-598? Which do you prefer? I'm gonna say something A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So now I'm gonna switch to the Takstar and say the exact same thing. Back with the Takstar, powers on, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Can you tell the difference between the two? Does the Takstar sound better? And with all things being as equal as possible, I have the low cut set on the Pixel, and I have the decibel set to 0. Same thing with the well, actually, let me turn the low cut off with the Pixel, so we're going to make this right in the middle. And same thing with the Takstar, I have the high pass on, so with the low cut off on the Pixel, that should mean that the high pass is on, and it's at 0 decibel gain. So 0 decibel gain, high pass on for the Takstar SGC-598. And back to the Pixel with the high pass on and 0 decibel gain. Can you tell a discernible difference? Do you notice any difference between the two? Can you tell? I'm trying to keep my voice at the same level so that you can actually hear them equally. Hopefully I'm not swaying you one way or the other. Right now, honestly, I have not listened to this Pixel microphone. I am absolutely honestly testing it right now for the first time with you guys, so I'm not going to hear any of this until I do my post-production. So right now, because I don't know any better, my champion, my winner, is the Takstar SGC-598. But is this Pixel microphone better? Oh, and one last thing, let me look at this really quick. I'm not gonna, let's see, this microphone is called, it is considered a super cardioid, can't say that right, super cardioid microphone, right? So if I understand that correctly, that means it picks up sound best forward, and it blocks the sound that's coming from the back. It just picks up sound from the forward and a little bit from the sides. Same thing with the Takstar. It picks up sound straight forward and from the sides a little bit, but not from the back. I guess if you're filming interviews or your subject straight on, these microphones are great for that. I also have a Zoom H2N that has a 4-channel, so it picks up all 4 areas. So if I'm filming a group or a big public event, I can use a microphone for that. But for individuals, these microphones work good because of the super cardioid microphone placement for forward and on the sides. So anyway, I'm talking on the Pixel, and let me switch back to the Takstar one more time. Back to the Takstar. I have both mics in front of me. I feel like I'm doing a press conference or something, right? I have the Takstar in front of me, and the settings are just as equal as they are on the Pixel, and I'm trying to keep my voice level the same for both. So please let me know in the comments if you guys think that the Takstar is still the champion, or if the new title belongs to the Pixel. Pixel's a fairly new company as far as I know. Like I said, I promised that I would give an honest review, and I guess after I do my post-production, I'll come back and give you a quick subtle, or when I finish. So when I come back after I do my post-production, I'm gonna give you a quick summary of which microphone I think works best, which microphone picks up my voice best, sounds best, less hissing, the decibel boost, the low cut, high pass filters, and so on and so forth. So let me go ahead and step away from this microphone right now, go ahead and do my post-production, and then I'll come back and let you know what I think is best, and hopefully in the comments you'll let me know which ones you think are, which microphone you think is best, and We'll all be happy, right? Right. So give me a second and I'll be right back. So I am back, and I promise you, I give you my word. I have just literally spent the last 2 hours doing my post-production, editing this actual video that we're watching, and I have come up with my conclusion based on these ears. Now, I am not an audio engineer, but let me just say really quickly, years ago, roughly 15-20 years ago, I used to do a lot of professional sound competitions. I was heavily into car audio for years. I know video audio is different from car audio, but I know audio. I know how to balance audio. That's why in my other videos I was always struggling with these microphones, trying to get my audio to sound right, to sound better. But I have concluded with this that I think the winner, the new champion, I can't believe it, but the winner, new champion is the Pixel MC-650. Got to give up a round of applause. They put up, Takstar put up a good fight. I think ultimately what it came down to for me is I've never used a Rode mic, but I heard and I've seen other videos where the Rode mic tends to be a little bit more bassy, and that's what this Pixel mic has on its own without being too heavy like the Rode mic. I've heard some audio where the Rode mic bass was a little heavier than I would like, where the Pixel has that right balance, where the Takstar was a little bit on the high side for me, just a little bit. I mean, we're talking, fractions a difference here. But ultimately, I think the Pixel microphone just sounds a little bit richer. The sound is a little cleaner, and I didn't have to do any audio fine tuning in post-production. I mean, yeah, of course, I know you're supposed to do some fine tuning, but for the sake of this test, I didn't do that. I didn't have to, and I could clear it. It's minute. It is minute, but I could clearly hear, clearly minute, but I could still hear a difference in the quality of the Pixel microphone. It's just a little less airy, if you will. You know, it has that smooth roll off with enough bass, and it still sounds like me. Not to say that the Takstar, like I didn't sound like myself with the Takstar, but I think ultimately, I mean, we're nearly splitting hairs here, but if I had to pick and choose, obviously I'm going with the Pixel because I'm using that to record this conclusion, this summary. So ultimately, I give the win to the Pixel, and that's why I'm recording this on the Pixel, and I'm going to start recording my videos going forward using the Pixel, keeping the Takstar as my backup microphone, as my outdoor microphone. I don't know. I mean, I'll find a use for it because it still is a quality microphone and a great contender. You know, it is a very good opponent. You know, I mean, hats off to the Takstar. It did pretty good, especially at the price point. I think it was $21 and some change that I paid for it, $21.99, whatever the case may be. Takstar is maybe double the price. Is it double the quality? I wouldn't go as far as saying double, but it does offer some good quality. Sorry about blowing you guys' ears out with the plus 10 and plus or minus 10. On the plus 10 side, the Pixel was super loud. I know the Takstar is loud, but the Pixel was super loud. I don't think I would ever find a use for plus 10 dB gain on this microphone. And conversely, I wouldn't find a use to have negative 10 decibel gain. I mean, might as well just leave it at 0 and adjust your volume, your mic level, your volume levels accordingly. Also, for the Pixel to come with the dead cat, you know, that's pretty good for the price. And to also offer the additional, well, it's over there, but the cord, the additional cord, this is the one that I purchased, but the Pixel actually came with one as well. So you get the dead cat, you get the additional cord, and just like the Takstar, you have, oh no, actually it didn't come with any extra shock absorbers where the Takstar did. So that's what I mean when I'm saying I'm splitting hairs. I mean, it's only subtle differences between the two that make up the difference in the price point to me. Quality, build wise, they're about the same, both plastic. the Takstar might be a hair stronger, a heavier quality plastic, but ultimately plastic is thin plastic for the most part. So ultimately, I'm going to conclude that the winner in this case is the Pixel MC-650 microphone, and with the Takstar coming in a close second. So if you like this video, please give your boy a thumbs up. I'd definitely appreciate it, greatly appreciate it. And I would actually really love to hear your feedback on this, to see if I made the right conclusion by crowning the Pixel the new champion, or if you still want to hold on to the Takstar thinking it's still a good quality microphone for the price. I mean, it is $20 cheaper, so for the matter of fact, no, let me take that back. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put up a screenshot. I just checked Amazon when I was doing my post-production. The Takstar microphone has gone up in price. It actually is $31, 31 even, or maybe $31.99. So for $8 or $9 more, is the Pixel worth it? To me, absolutely. Absolutely, it is worth it. I'm very happy with this purchase. So if you agree, please leave me a comment. If you disagree, please leave me a comment. Hopefully a kind comment. No need to be rude. You know, we're all friends here. And definitely, please consider subscribing. I do appreciate when you do subscribe. My numbers are steadily going up. I'm happy about that. And I have you to thank for it. So again, this is Ahmed with A. Roberson Photo, A. Roberson Media, and I will see you in the next video.